This is the second edition of the American Constitution. In the first one, we talked about election of the representatives at the federal level. Both the House of Representatives and the Senate. We are now going to look at the Judiciary and the Presidency. America, the Supreme Court, both at the federal level and the state, because they have two constitutions. There is the federal constitution and there is the state constitution. We have a Chief Justice for every state, and we also have the Chief Justice of the Federal of the USA. For you to be a member of the Supreme Court of the USA, the President nominates you to the Senate. Once the Senate approves you, you are sworn in, and you will be a judge for life, unless you resign along the way. The election of judges to the Supreme Court is through the public participation. You may have discovered that before the 2010 Constitution, the President could appoint anybody to be a judge in Kenya. Although the laws before 2010 said that for you to be a judge of the superior courts in Kenya are the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. For you to be a judge of the superior courts, you are supposed to have a qualification of being a lawyer. But we have people like William Tuyot, whom Moi appointed a judge in Nakuru, who was not a lawyer, but a magistrate. Okay, even right now, you can be a magistrate in Kenya's courts without being a lawyer. But being a judge of the superior court in Kenya now, you must have qualifications of a lawyer. In the United States, once the President has nominated you to the Supreme Court, the Senate will approve you, and then you are sworn in to be a judge for life, unless you resign. The number of judges in Kenya and the US is an odd number. That is deliberate, because once they make a judgment, there is no way they can be equal. Being an odd number, obviously, the majority takes the rule. But then you may find, like when we had the Supreme Court in 2017, Justice Ibrahim was sick. So they remained 6. And what happens in law is that when there is a tie in a court, if you have a case in the High Court and you appeal in the Court of Appeal, then somehow the judges are equal in number, then you will find that the decision of the High Court stands. If a court decides to make a decision and they tie in the number of judges, then the last decision stands. So when you are appealing, you are supposed to look for a judgment. The sitting, more judges should be on your side than the other side. That is the American Constitution on the line of judiciary. You'll find that the 2010 Kenyan Constitution, we heavily borrowed from the American. In fact, even the other arms of the government, but this step is specifically for the judiciary. You'll find that in the judiciary, like the other two arms of we borrowed heavily from the USA.